Well, people always ask me, does momentum exist? People's never asked me that. Anyways, I always ask myself, does momentum exist? And I say yes. What a game. And the fact that I had to watch basically the first half of it through audio is insane. Now, I got a little bit of a backstory here. For the majority of today, I was up camping at my place in Homesdale, and we don't have the connection to watch the Habs versus Bolts Stanley Cup Finals game. Plus, I was leaving to come here at the time the game was starting. So, I'm not going to take the night off because Tampa could have won the Stanley Cup. Now, that's not what happened. But Tampa could have very well won the Stanley Cup tonight. There's no way I'm just going to take the night off and be like, oh, yeah, it doesn't matter. It's fine. No, if it was 1-0 Tampa or 2-1 Tampa, maybe I would have taken the night off. But no, I can't take the night off for this one. So I had to listen to the game and use notes off of people on Twitter. So thank you to Eric Engels and other Montreal and Lightning reporters who were reporting on the game as it went on. Just thank you very much for giving me some things to write off of. And I'd say I got a pretty good amount for the first two periods just listening to the game. So the goalies are obviously Vasilevsky and Price. You obviously put those guys in. Killorn was a game-time decision, but he's out. Matthew Joseph was in for Tampa. A lot of line changes for Dallas. Just Barry Kotkaniemi was out. There was a lot of questions on whether that would affect the game or not. It really didn't. Gustafsson was out. Morel was out. They put in Romanov, which made a big difference. And they put Brett Kulak in net, who I thought played well defensively as well. So anyways, let's get into the game because this was a big review. There was a Coleman shot that was stopped by Price. And just Tampa was just heavily outplaying them in the first period. Just by listening, I could tell. Yeah. There was a Savard point shot that was denied. It's a Foley shot that was blockered away. That was the first shot of the game, by the way, and that was 8 minutes in. So the fact that Montreal didn't have a shot for 8 minutes in the entire thing and went on to win the game is unbelievable. There was a Sorelli chance that was kicked by Price, and just like that, with Montreal's second shot of the game, Anderson scores. His fourth of the playoffs from Suzuki and Caulfield makes it 1-0, just like that. Just like that, it's like nothing even happened. It's just 0-0. The game just started. Nothing. Scored just like that. And that just goes to show how, shots, sure they matter, but then again, do they really? Because all it takes is one. There was a stall shot that was hard to control by Vasilevsky. The play was blown dead before the puck went into the net because apparently from what I listened to, I saw that a bunch of players ran into Vasilevsky, which caused him to let the puck into the net, but the rest blew it dead anyways, so it didn't matter. Imagine if it was 2-0, though. That game could have changed dramatically. There was a penalty on Evans for interference. Then there was a penalty on Point for roughing on Jake Evans. There was a lot of scruffles in this game, notably. So it was 4-on-4 for a little bit. Then Toffoli got a penalty for slashing. So it was 4-on-3. And the only notable thing there was that Braden Point hit the post. We would see a lot of that in this game. A lot of post hits. There was a big Tampa Bay-Montreal fight at the buzzer, and that really did it for the first period. 4-on-4 to start it, based off of roughing and interference penalties at the end of the first. There was a Jeff Petrie shot that was stopped by Vasilevsky, and it just felt like a much more complete Montreal Canadiens period in the second. Brandon Point got a penalty for high sticking. An Armia one-timer was saved, and that was killed off. So Montreal's chance to really lock this game up was killed. But in the end, it didn't really matter. So there was a Jeff Petrie penalty for hooking. Great Montreal penalty kill. We saw that a lot in this game. Weber was covering Brandon Point really well. I thought I put that in note here. He really was covering Point. That was the best thing I saw from Weber. And Weber always gets this criticism saying, like, oh, he's way overpaid, overrated defender. I don't think so. I think that Weber's played very well in this playoffs and has been pretty clutch at times when he needs to be. And he's been really good covering these Tampa guys in this game specifically. And I think we're going to see that carry on into Game 5, which, by the way, will be live streamed on YouTube, just like Game 5 of last year's was. There was a penalty on Armia for tripping. Hedman hit the post. Again, another great Montreal penalty kill. And that's just been the big talk lately. Huge penalty kill. That, we'll get into it later, but that's been really clutch for Montreal the entire playoffs. Barclay Goudreau would then score to tie up the game for McDonough and Coleman to make it 1-1. And just after that goal, I started watching the game because I got home to my wonderful resort. My God, I make it sound so cringe. There was a Sherrod just like headlock Sorelli as the buzzer went off. I was like, what? I was like, all right. In the third period, there was a point shot that was stopped by Price, a Kulak shot that was turned aside by Vasilevsky. Then the entire Tampa Bay Lightning fourth line got minors for roughing after a big scruffle. And then Romanov, his first career playoff goal from Jake Evans, which, mind you, these two players were put in for Gustafsson and Kotkaniemi. And look what happened. Both of them got their first points. Or Evans got his first assist. And, you know, so clutch to make it 2-1. It didn't really matter in the end because Maroon would end up making it 2-2 pretty much right after from Joseph and Johnson. Maroon second in the playoffs. And just Maroon looking to win his third cup in a row. Looking to get the hat trick. And it's kind of the funny thing I see. There was a Caulfield drive that was gloved by Vasilevsky. Kucherov would then hit the post. So you saw a point, Hedman, and Kucherov chances hit the post. I didn't see any more posts in this game, though. There was a Hedman shot that was stopped by Price. Then Palat got sticked. Got sticked high by Weber. There was blood all over Palat's jersey. And, yeah, double minor for high sticking with just a minute left in the period. And you got to look at Montreal and you're thinking to yourself, oh my God, that's it. This game's over. Oh my God. But I was like, remember Montreal's penalty kill? But that is it would be the biggest penalty kill of the season, as they would have 2 minutes and 59 seconds of that carry into overtime. And my God, before the goal, it was insane. Palat's shot was gloved by Price. A Hedman chance was denied by Price. Suzuki came down the other way. Vasilevsky gloved it. Then Stamkos and point shots were denied. And then the Bolts call a timeout with 33 seconds left. You got to think like, oh, okay, so we can win the Stanley Cup. All it takes is one shot to do it. And let's just say that point shot would be the last shot they would have in this game. A great Montreal penalty kill. Insanely clutch. And then they come down the other way. Vasilevsky makes a big stop on Caulfield. Anderson on his legs makes a shot. Boom! Goes top shelf into the net. And the Habs score and they force a Game 5. My goodness, what a game. This game was so much fun to listen to and watch. And it was a weird one for me. And I just cannot wait for game number 5, which we will be live streaming, by the way, on YouTube, as I mentioned earlier. Goodness. Final score, 3-2 Montreal. Shots were 34-21 in favor of Tampa. Penalties were 0-1 in favor of Montreal, 0-5 in favor of Tampa. And the hits were 36-35 in favor of Tampa. So, Tampa was the better team, but they didn't come out on top. Goodness. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What a game. So entertaining. I cannot wait for Wednesday to live stream. Thank y'all for watching, for our support as of late. And, yeah, it's been entertaining. I can't wait for game number 5, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.